here we go. Let's see what happens with this. This should be an interesting live stream. Make sure that you check in, say hi, and I will do the same in return. I don't normally do these kind of live streams, but I'm kind of irked by the craziness that has been ensued all day long over this shooting. And it's out of control. So we're going to wait until we get a few people popping in here. Hopefully the notification system will work. Matter of fact, I probably ought to pull over and get this out on some of the other platforms. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull over right here. Just to get off of the road. There we go. Looks like one person's in here. Looks like Cindy. Hey, Cindy, hang on. Give me 1 second. Keep this chat live, and I'm gonna push this out to some of the other channels real quick. What is this? Hello, say hello to direct messaging on YouTube. Okay, got it. I don't know what that means. Anyway, let's get this. 1 second. 1 second. There's an ice shooting up in Maine. We don't know the particulars of it. But there's really no comment by the state police or the local PD. They say that they just showed up for security. But apparently someone got shot, and now it's all about the, everybody's screaming, ice this and ice that, and oh my God, it's crazy, you know. I'm going to go ahead and try also for anybody who's new, if you actually want me to comment back to you, or then you need to type in all caps because the vision is not great and I like to stay alive. Looks like Zigbee saying lots of people are saying hi. Hello back to you. Right now the road's not crazy, so I can actually look at this a little bit. And no real comments just yet, but that's cool. So anyway, as I've gathered so far, I'm waiting for, if you guys didn't know this, what happens every single day is I actually receive, you can sign up for this stuff yourself. Yes, I am very safe. I focus on the road. I can't really see this anyway. My vision is very long. I can see it 1,000 yards, no problem. So I focus on my driving. I don't really look at this very often. Anyway, so the every day the Department of Homeland Security will send emails out to anybody who wants them, stating what has happened that day, or if there's a specific incident. That's some kind of dead animal or something there. And so I'm kind of waiting for that one to show up before I actually make the video. I do plan on making a video later. I ran across this guy who, it's like, he says that he's the middle ground between sports and politics, but when you do a deeper dive on the guy, you find out he's actually part of the Young Turks network, and that it's just, they're saying some of the dumbest things on the planet. And so I'm just going to go ahead and uncover that during the video I make later on today. I'll try and get it out tonight. But once again, I'm waiting for that email so that I can actually have something that confirms things. They're saying that nobody was wearing body cams, which are possible. Since the government shutdown kind of curtailed that funding, if you guys remember that crap, right? And oh, by the way, it takes time to buy them, and then to oh my God, now we need 700 million of them because all HS or Homeland Security officers have to have them, and so the companies can't make them fast enough. And so yeah, we're going to run into situations like this, but I've only seen one of the videos so far, and in that video, it looks like he was he was driving towards an officer, and they have the right to defend themselves. And there was another officer that was trying to open the door because he wouldn't get out. Basically, they cut the vehicle off. They trapped the vehicle. They had lights on. They were all wearing their uniforms, And allegedly, this was a foreign national, more than likely South American, Mexican, something like that. who had a work permit and a social security number. Somehow, all of these looky-loos know that this man that they've never met in their life have a social security number. So it's all hodgepodge until I see what Homeland Security's got to say about it, to be honest with you. And it was absolutely amazing that within an hour, tops, an hour, there was already a demonstration down in one of the parks. So that just goes to show you that the network itself that these lefties have, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy what they're rolling with these days. But I also think that at some point it's going to get them. I don't think he's going to do something. Hey, you are lagging and blurry. I'm in the middle of nowhere. The internet will get better. Just listen to my voice. And all will be well. Can I zoom? I don't think I can. Oh, I can. Look at that. That's amazing. I didn't know I could do that. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Anywho, anybody who's checking in, make sure you say hi. Like I said, if you want to interact, then you got to type in all caps. That way I can actually see it and then read it, regurgitate it back to you. I figured I would drop in and talk to you guys a little bit. I'm in the process of dropping off my internet modem because lightning struck the pole last week, and we finally got to the point where, yeah, that can be done. Something can be done about that. Anywho, I'm sorry my screen is black. I got you. Refresh your screen. Refresh your screen. That sounds like a you problem. That doesn't sound like a me problem. But I could be wrong. People, they're all chiming in, and of course they're all lefty nutbags. You know, I don't understand how Maine has stayed the way, I don't know, like, I guess free? I don't understand how they've stayed that way for so long, being so full of so many nutbags. You know, someone says, West Virginia Pappy, good to see you, bro. Hey guys, do me a favor, put a 1 in the chat for me real quick. It will help out the live stream, because we literally went from like 15 people in here to 2 people in here. So I don't know if it's YouTube suppression, which does happen, but having that chat rate up really does help with these live streams. It pushes more technology your way to make sure your screen doesn't turn black. You know what I'm saying? But so the shooting, he's dead. He's gone. They shot him in the face, basically. They tried to administer medical attention to him, but he was gone. Matter of fact, the EMTs didn't even like show up. There's no video of any medical personnel showing up. They called, I know that the county coroner, the person who deals with dead bodies, the county coroner was called. That's what I know. That's what I know. Man, YouTube is really not liking what I'm doing right now, because, yeah, the numbers are down hard. Like one person put a 1 in the chat. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want to hear anybody that's not going to like be knee-jerk and support the agenda. And it's just so foolish and ridiculous to think that our country is full of these nutbags. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because if there's no body cams and nobody comes up with any door cams, then nothing's going to happen. It's going to be like total outrage, you know, where it's all about the cameras. And if there's not enough cameras to support the leftist agenda, then it's crazy. They're going to be like, oh my God, they'll move on. Apparently there was another shooting back on the 11th of last month that no one talked about. No one talked about. You know, and I mean, these nutbags, they're regurgitating all the talking points that are complete lies. You know, the newest one I've heard so far is how the ICE agents have less training than a barber does. And that is just not correct. Not correct. They're going after the initial push where they went from 72 to 52 hours, I think, just to get that initial push out there. But all of those guys had to come back and do additional advanced training to bring them up to the 72-hour requirement, which is, or the 72-day requirement, which is around 800 hours of training, which is actually more, and I checked, than the basic law enforcement course for that's offered in the state of Maine, and they all kind of follow the same numbers anyway. So yeah, Lindsey Graham passed away yesterday. That was that's, man, they're probably scrambling in the Senate. The other one is the mighty Turtlehead himself. He's in a hospital right now, so I don't know if they're allowing proxy voting or whatever it is, but basically the Senate is like stumped right now because we got, and it sucks too because we got all these old geezers. You know, I'm not young, but even I know there's a line, there's a time to stop. You know what I'm saying? And if you're 83 years old and your brain seizes up on you like you did 2 years ago, then you got to go. And then with Lindsey Graham, that was just sudden. There's no telling. They said it was a sudden illness. There's no telling. I'm sure there's some people out there who'll be like, yeah, they probably needed to kill him. You know, let's go Hillary that guy. I'm sure there's some people out there that will talk about it. You know, it's crazy. Turtlehead. Yeah, I can't remember his darn name. He used to be the speaker or the leader of the Senate. You know, a couple years back, he got pushed out of the way because there was clearly some physical problems, and he wasn't supporting the agenda. So let's see. We got the all caps. All right. I hope does actually rename them Nice. That would be super hilarious if that happened. Nice. You know, because then every time, you know, they would have to call them immigration officers. Because you know they'll just like swap, right? They'll just like, they love the name game, right? They'll have to call them immigration officers instead of Nice, because they'll never do that. You know, this is the administration that we're dealing with right now. They're screwing around with things. They think they're going to make us say nice? No. So now I'm going to, like, I don't know, they'll get Steve Colbert or some other retard from friggin' the left, you know, to say something quippy and just do some, just generally be stupid. Just generally be dumb people. But I don't know what's going to happen with this shooting. Obviously, now the officer, they were like, "Oh, look at him! He's trying to console the officer." Yeah, because he just had to kill some dude, which is not what he signed up for, but he is ready to do it. I don't think people understand that. You know, that's one of the reasons I don't carry a firearm into town anymore. You know, because it's just, you just, listen, man, you do not want to put somebody down unless you really have to do it. Unless you find yourself in that situation where it's him or you. You know, that's, you don't want to do it. It's bad for you. Global flights back to back from Bremen last week. Yeah, there's no telling, man. There's no telling. He could have just been worn out. You know what I'm saying? You know, as we get older, our bodies don't really do what we'd like them to do, and they, you know, they can be damaged easier. And I mean, no matter how strong we are, you know, you got these guys out there that are freaking like, they're like PT studs into their 70s, and one day, you know, because parts of our bodies just stop working. It's just that easy. I think, you know, health is almost an illusion. You know, are you healthy? Yes. Right now, yes. But I mean, our tickers, they only got so many ticks. It's that easy. I'm back. All right, thank you. Who is this? Dwayne? I wish I could read that. Diane. Okay. I think I'm reading. Am I reading that right? Diane or Danny? D-A-N-I. Hell, I don't know. I'm back. Yes. I'm glad you're back. I don't think you've missed anything. We were talking about how we got senators that are dying off or in hospitals, and yeah. When I get that email from Homeland Security, I will make that video hopefully tonight. I still have several things, like I said, I've got to drop. I've been working on my internet all day, and I know that sounds stupid, but in this day and age, when everything is AI, and AI assistance, and it's like they just have a checklist, and then at a certain point, they're sending somebody to your house. And oh, by the way, that's in 3 days. Everything is AI now, or not AI. Everything is like internet, Wi-Fi, and so 3 days without that, I mean, I could do it. I could read a book. I could work around the house, the shop. I can make videos. I'm gonna like it stuff. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Everybody else should do that too. Matter of fact, check to see if you're subscribed right now, because I kind of noticed there's some subscribers missing, and it's odd how it happens. It'll happen in like batches, and then when I know some of these people, right? So I actually like message them, because if you know how to do it, you know how to do it. And they're like, what? Let me check. Oh, son of a, and then they have to go back and fix their stuff. But yeah, YouTube will do that from time to time. And the odd thing is, the preparedness niche, or prepper niche, is so small. It has such a small footprint on the YouTubes that it doesn't really pop its head up and say, this is what we're talking about. Now, the algorithm is supposed to pick that up, but just saying the word algorithm will get the algorithm to go, hey, what's going on over here? It's like when you talk about like a dumb person in the room, and then you say his name, and they're like, hey, what's going on? Did you say my name? It'll do that. But literally, one day, taking it back right now. There's the new ones in. Even got the upgrade. And I tell you what, man, the Spectrum people, they're shifty. They got like a little sheet that they use to show you how much money you're saving, and they are all after your phones. Not a joke. How much you pay a month for your phones? And then you tell them, it's like, we can save half of that, hand you half of that right now. And then you start finding out, like, oh, these are great numbers, and oh, by the way, in a year, everything's gonna go. So I was like, nah, just leave my phones alone. Let's just fix the problem, and then we'll talk later. Aloha! You kamaina? Yep. Believe it or not, this is a super Holly, okay? And yeah, I lived there. I lived there years of my life, so yeah. I wonder, hey, do you know if Beer Can Beach still exists? A true kamaina would know this. Let's see, Walmart's selling Starlink now. Wow, I did not know that, but I can tell you about, somebody, Turtlehead is a post-turtle, he didn't get to the top alone. Oh, I believe it. But yeah, so Walmart, guys, since there's only 3 of you here, do me a favor, put a 1 in the comments. Let's wake the chat up, wake the algorithm up. All you got to do is type 1 and enter. That's all you got to do, all right? So because I do have some for you on the Walmart front. So Walmart is lowering the prices on their meat. Not a joke. It happened overnight. It happened yesterday. Particularly any type of ground or processed meat. And the reason they're doing that is because they're trying to keep the customers coming in, but they're also kind of like, hey, we need to take care of our customers. And basically it's anywhere from it's around a 13% drop in the price of meat right now. Now there's another company out there, I want to say it's Benny's, I don't know. Somebody put in the chat if you know what it is. They have like this competitorship going with Walmart. And they say that they will match or beat Walmart's prices, which is super awesome because I love the competition. But apparently the share price for Walmart is not great right now. So you might, if you want to invest, you might want to take a look at it. Because somebody told me that, and I don't believe them. Actually, it was Fox Business said that Walmart's share price is around just over $1 a share. I don't know if that's true, but if it's that low, wow. But just that just means that you could buy like a million shares, and you still won't have enough shares to do anything really with them. Good afternoon, Canada. But the what is it? Walmart's has lowered the price of their meat, and so it's the reason it made it over to the Fox Business Channel was because there are some people that are freaking pissed about it because they now have to compete at that level, which tells me that they've been screwing us the whole time on the meat prices. Now, I know for a fact that meat production, or cattle growth and production, is down 40%. 40% in the last 5 years. And why? Because we got some nutbags that ran this damn country, and we've got some people in the beef industry that have been taking advantage of the citizenry. This message is held for review. Damn, who typed what? Let me see this message. Let me see. Aldi is pushing their meat is fresher. I'm going to show that. That seems fair. I'm going to show that. All right. Hey, they actually did say when I was watching that show that Aldi is a main competitor now of Walmart in the grocer section. So I completely agree. But at a certain point, what really is fresh? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of like beauty in the eye of the beholder. You either like, oh, fresh meat. Oh, I should go get some fresh meat. Or, oh, by the way, the funny thing is too, have you noticed that there's rarely any butchers in a grocery store anymore? And the reason is because the meat is processed someplace else, butchered, and then frozen, and then put on trucks and sent to the stores. I mean, you get the meat. When you get to the meat, it's almost always frozen. Here's how you find out who's who and what, right? Go over to the place where they sell the sausage and the bacon, and reach to the back. And if it's all frozen back there, now you know, right? Now you know. But yeah, Walmart and their meat, you might want to go look. I mean, if it's that low, this might be the opportunity. This is right up there with, oh, by the way, there's cheap gas over here, so everybody runs over there and gets it, right? Something to think about. That was held for review. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know why. I mean, I do have mods, but that was a YouTube thing. Anytime something gets held for review, it's a YouTube thing. I do have some like the bad cuss words. I do have blocks on those, so those will never get through. But yeah, I don't know why that was held for review. I think YouTube is just doing stupid things as usual. Also, they do have more stringent standards on live streams in the comments, just to make sure it doesn't slip right through. All right, so we got some people in here now. If you want to talk about something, do me a favor, put it in the chat and I will talk about it. Make sure that you put it in all caps so that I can continue to stay alive and get from point A to point B without having to squint down and go, what in the hell did he tap just now? But the original subject is the ICE shooting, or the shooting in Maine of a, we got to talk about, at a certain point, we got to talk about the fact that it may not have been an illegal alien. It may have been somebody who was here in the country legally. But here's the math on this. Are you on your way to work? Who said that? No, I'm not. I'm on my way to the Spectrum. I'm on my way to turn this piece of junk in. Are you on your way to work? I don't know a blue and yellow vest. Now you know that. But here's the thing. Why did the ICE agents hunt this guy down? Well, it's pretty simple. He probably broke the law. You're going to find out that he's been in the country for like 5 years, that let's say he does have a social security number, which is bullshit, okay? And let's say he was allowed to be in the country after being going through a process, right? But the process is normally the judge goes, no, you're not allowed to be here, and you need to go by this period of time. And then you just go, yeah? And play stupid, and then you just stay in the country, right? Or there was a process where you couldn't. You remember when they couldn't even see an immigration judge for like 10 years? They were literally just letting them come through and then doing paperwork and giving them a cell phone and a debit card and then say, what city would you like to go to? And they would put them on buses. You remember that? Has anybody frickin' forgotten that stupidity? And then they get a notice in the mail or their cell phone rings that the government's been paying for years and says, you got an appointment with an immigration judge. It's on this day. It's in this place. Be there. And they go, okay? And so they don't show up. And that's automatic. When you don't show up to your immigration detention, okay, hearing with an immigration judge, you violated the agreement. You've broken the law. You will be kicked out of the country. That's how it works. And that's probably what was happening. That's probably what happened. They went to his house to show up. He drove away. I mean, I saw the video. He wasn't like driving crazy like I do, but he did. They did like show them who they were. When you're an illegal alien and you see policia or you see immigration or you see ICE agent on the guy with the vest and his weapon is drawn, your reaction is to, oh, I was scared. No, that only works for black teenagers in the hood. And that doesn't even work anymore. And you know that's the truth. That doesn't work for these people. And so he figured, I've been running for so long, I'll just keep running. Someone decided, nope, you're not going to put me in danger. We saw what happened. You're not putting me in danger. And that's probably what actually happened. Let's see. They still have pew-pews in the north. I hope so. The nice agents. Toronto has a mass pew-pew event last Saturday. Wow. Love it, man. I love it. You guys got to take your damn country back up there in old Canada. You know what I'm saying? You guys need to take your damn country back. But I tell you what, it's kind of scary. You got them all. You got internet laws, and you know who I'm talking to, because we've talked. You got internet laws up there that basically say, we're keeping an eye on you, you subversive, non-Canadian Canadians. You know what I'm saying? Anti-Canadian, you subversives. You're being so subversive, not subversive, subversive. Yeah. Against the crown. You know what I'm saying? I finally got time. Who is this? Oh, Andy. What's going on, Andy? I haven't seen you in like forever, man. Trump and Putin suck. Well, you have the right to your opinion. You'd be absolutely wrong. But hey, listen, man. We all say stupid things from time to time. You're dumb. No, you're dumb. I don't know. I think that the time of just saying stupid things like Trump sucks doesn't carry any weight anymore, man. You gotta just look around and see that people are actually like, they're happier. The only people that aren't happy are the people that spent their their adulthood going, Orange Man bad, Orange Man bad. Even to the point where they had to rename MSNBC to, what is it, to MS Now, because everybody knew MSNBC was freaking stupid, right? That they were literally just every single minute of every single hour on MSNBC had nothing to do with the news. It was all Orange Man bad. I mean, it's crazy. All right, I'm at a stoplight, and let's see here. You can send your so-called politicians up north. There you go. Might get me on a list up here. I know, right? Orange Taco Man. I love it. I love the people that use that term taco. It actually like shows that you're not an adult. It shows that you know nothing about negotiations or international affairs or even common sense. I mean, it's so funny. All right, let's see here. I have made it to, I will do another live stream if you guys want me to, but I've got to go in and throw this brick, which is the router, the brick, at a Spectrum person, and we're gonna do that. So if you want me to do another live stream directly after that, say something in the chat, and we'll go from there. I got a sickness, and the only cure for is you to fart. Oh, that's just awful. That's awful. You know that's how you get pink eye, right? Trump doesn't. I mean orange taco man. Aren't orange people a minority? I don't know of me. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and shut this thing off. I'll turn it back on. I just can't do it. Like, I can't be in two places at once. All right, guys. Stay safe. Have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you, which should be in, I don't know, 15 minutes if I'm lucky. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button, and I'll be right back. All right? Bye-bye. There we go.